Dear students, as we have already studied that there is a large variety of plants and animal species on the earth. All these species existed on the earth for several thousands of years. This continuity is maintained by a biological process called reproduction. We have already studied human reproduction. Today, we are going to discuss about reproductive health. At the end of this class, learners will explain the problems related to reproductive health strategies for maintaining reproductive health, exhibit ethics and values of honesty, objectivity, rational thinking, and freedom from myth and superstitious beliefs. So, what do we understand by the term reproductive health? Reproductive health simply refers to healthy reproductive organs with normal functions. However, it has a broader perspective and includes the emotional and social aspects of reproduction also. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is, physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. Therefore, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional and behavioral interactions among them in all sex-related aspects are called reproductively healthy. Thus, in this class, we will also focus on the aspects such as problems and strategies associated with reproductive health, population explosion, birth control, medical termination of pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, and infertility. India was amongst the first countries in the world to initiate action plans and programs at a national level to attain total reproductive health as a social goal. Family planning programs were initiated as early as 1951. They were periodically assessed and improved. Improved programs covering broader reproduction-related areas are currently in operation under the popular name Reproductive and Child Health Care (RCH) programs, creating awareness among people about various reproduction-related aspects and providing facilities and support for building up a reproductively healthy society are the major tasks under these programs. Dear students, do you think that creating awareness needs to be at the base of our reproductive health programs? It is so because even till today, there is a lot of ignorance and far too many myths prevail regarding various aspects of reproductive health. This not only harms the individuals, but the society at large as well. Whether it is ignorance regarding birth control measures or sexually transmitted diseases, or the myths surrounding menstruation and infertility, all of these push people into the clutches of quacks, that is, the self-proclaimed know-all doctors who often do more harm than good. How do you think can awareness be generated regarding the various aspects of reproductive health? Audiovisual and the print media can be used by governmental and non-governmental agencies to create awareness among the people about various reproduction-related aspects. Parents, relatives, teachers, and friends also have a major role in dissemination of the above information. Now, the question is, what are the problems associated with the reproductive health? The problems are like prevalence of misconceptions. For example, amniocentesis, a medical procedure used primarily in prenatal diagnosis for sex determination and female feticide. Infertility, population growth, and sex-related crimes. And the reasons for these problems are lack of sex education or adolescent education, little or no information on safe sex practices and sexually transmitted diseases, unawareness of birth control options available, imparting age-appropriate sex education to the younger generation and discouraging younger generation from believing in myths and having misconceptions about sex-related aspects is extremely important. Audiovisual, print, and electronic media can be used to generate awareness regarding various aspects of reproductive health. Proper information about reproductive organs, adolescence and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, AIDS, etc., would help people, especially those in the adolescent age group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. Educating people, especially fertile couples and those in marriageable age group, about the available birth control options, care of pregnant mothers, postnatal care of mother and child, importance of breastfeeding, equal opportunities for the male and female child, etc., would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious, healthy families of desired size. Awareness of problems due to uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex-related crimes, etc., need to be created to enable people to think and take up necessary steps to prevent them and thereby build up a socially responsible and healthy society. Infrastructural facilities, professional expertise and support of reading material and researchers are essential for attaining reproductive health. These provide medical assistance and care to people in reproduction-related issues like pregnancy, delivery, sexually transmitted diseases, abortions, contraceptions, menstrual problems, infertility, etc. What is amniocentesis? In amniocentesis, some of the amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken to analyze fetal cells and dissolved substances. This procedure is used to test for the presence of certain genetic disorders such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc., and to determine the survivability of the fetus. However, this extremely beneficial scientific achievement has been grossly misused for determining the sex of the unborn child and aborting the female fetuses, commonly referred to as female feticide. Researches on various reproduction-related areas are encouraged and supported by governmental and non-governmental agencies to find out new methods or to improve upon the existing ones. Are you aware that Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for females, was developed by scientists at Central Drug Research Institute, CDRI, in Lucknow, India? Dear learners, how do you think we can assess if the reproductive health of the society is improving? The answer may be discussed as. So now we can summarize some of the indicators of improvement in reproductive health, and they are: better awareness about sex-related matters, increased number of medically assisted deliveries, better postnatal care leading to decreased maternal and infant mortality rates, increased number of couples with small families, better detection and cure of sexually transmitted diseases, overall increased medical facilities for all sex-related problems are some of the indicators of improvement in reproductive health. Here are some of the common myths prevalent related to reproductive health, especially menstruation, and the associated facts like: girls are impure while menstruating. Do you think so? Menstruation is nothing but just growing up. And what about the myth that menstruating girls would contaminate the food if they touch it? Menstruation is simply a biological process, and there is nothing impure about menstruation. Let's do a project activity. Collect the information related to various myths and superstitions related to reproductive health through newspaper, literature available in the library, or interaction with the community members, and share and discuss the collected information with the peer group in the class or the Google Classroom, and gather the data in form of statements from all members of the group. Draw conclusions about the myths and the superstitions spread over in the society about related issues. Few more myths are: one should not take a bath during menstruation. Actually, one should take a bath to maintain hygiene. Menstruation is not to be discussed. Why not? It is a common biological process related to the female reproductive system. Is it so? Aren't pimples a result of excess oil trapped in the pores? Just check available literature in the school library, internet, or talk to a doctor. Can you recall what is menstruation? It is the normal vaginal bleeding that occurs as a part of female's monthly reproductive cycle from menarche to menopause. The female body after puberty prepares for an anticipated pregnancy every month. And if that does not happen, the endometrial lining of the uterus breaks and is shed as menstrual flow. In the last century, an all-around development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with better living conditions had an explosive impact on the growth of population. The world population, which was around 2 billion in 1900, rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000 and is 7.2 billion recorded in 2011. A similar trend was observed in India too. Our population, which was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, reached close to a billion mark by the year 2000 crossed the 1.2 billion mark in May 2011 and stands at more than 1.33 billion today. We will soon be the world's most populous country. Reasons for this rapid increase in population are a rapid decline in death rate, maternal mortality rate, and infant mortality rate due to technologically improved medical practices. Also, increase in the number of people in the reproducible age is also a reason for increase in the population. Through our reproductive child health care program, though we did bring down the population growth rate, it was only marginal. According to the 2011 census report, the population growth rate was less than 2%, that is, 20 individuals per thousand per year, a rate at which our population could increase rapidly. Can you list some of the ill effects of this population explosion? Yes, such an alarming growth rate could lead to an absolute scarcity of even the basic requirements like food, shelter, and clothing. And this is in spite of significant progress made in those areas. Therefore, the government was forced to take up serious measures to check this population growth rate. The most important step to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. You might have seen the advertisements in the media as well as posters, bills, etc., showing a happy couple with 2 children with the slogan, "Hum do, hamare do." Many couples, mostly the young urban working couples, have even adopted a one-child norm as of today. Statutory raising of marriageable age of females to 18 years and that of males to 21 years. Incentives given to couples with small families are 2 of the other measures taken to tackle this problem. This clearly exemplifies the need for promotion of birth control and contraception. What should be the characteristic features of an ideal contraceptive? Just think and tally your answer. Do you think it should be user-friendly? Do you think it should be easily available? Do you think it should be effective? Do you think it should be reversible? Do you think it should be with no or least side effects? Think. Now, let us put on our thinking caps and answer 2 simple questions. Question number 1. Increased infant mortality rate and a decreased maternal mortality rate in a population will A. Cause a rapid increase in growth rate. B. Result in a decline in the growth rate. C. Not cause significant change in the growth rate. D. Result in population explosion. The answer, dear children, is C. It will not cause a significant change in growth rate. Infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate both are responsible for affecting the growth rate. A decline in the infant mortality rate as well as the maternal mortality rate will result in a high population growth, and vice versa will be true as well. Here in this question, if the infant mortality rate is increased, it will result in a decline in growth rate, while the decreased maternal mortality rate will cause an increase in the growth rate. Therefore, in the above situation, both cases act oppositely, due to which there will be no significant change in the growth rate. Now we come to question number 2. Illiteracy, poverty, and population explosion. Each can be considered both as a cause and effect of the other two. Justify. Dear learners, think and discuss amongst the peers. That's all for this session. Thank you, students. In the next episode, we will learn about the various contraceptive methods in greater detail.